how to make your offer more appealing in this competitive market. Hey everybody, I'm George Chicolo and I am here with Alen Baharyan from Cross Country Mortgage. Alen is here today to help kind of discuss some things that may help your offer appeal to more sellers. And one of the things that I've asked him to come on and talk about today is about seller concessions. I think it's a really important part of the process and not too many people are familiar or educated on how it's best used. So Alen, give us a little bit of insight into why this is becoming more of a popular thing and how it can help make a deal appeal better to a seller.
So yeah, I mean, we've been in a crazy market this entire time in the COVID years where the rates were extremely low and everyone outbidding each other with houses, people going 100,000 over asking a lot of the time.
Right.
Now in this market, it has shifted again. The rates are higher than where they were the last few years. People don't want to make moves right now as much as they used to, unfortunately, because they're getting scared away from the potential higher payments, or they can't afford to anymore because of the higher payments.
Makes sense.
So as a result, what you can do to combat this, get in the market, because there's not as many people out there right now as competition. Put your offer in, because for example, a house that's going for 500,000, it's probably not going up to 600,000 like it used to. You might get away with it these days, getting it at asking price. Now, to sweeten the spot, you can offer 510, 515, 520 for a $500,000 house, and now ask again for this credit known as a seller concession for the purchase of that amount that you went over. So if you went 20,000 over, see if you can get 20,000 back from the seller as a concession. Now, the seller is still getting their 500,000. You're also now getting $15,000, $20,000 in concessions, and now you have money to play with on your end of the purchase.
Got it.
What I mean by that is, you want to just change that?
That's fine.
What I mean by that is, that money can now be used in multiple ways on your purchase transaction. You can use it to, one, cover some of the closing costs. If maybe you need some money and you don't want to come out of pocket for it. You can choose to buy down your rate permanently by 0.5%, 1%, whatever it comes out to be based on the loan officer that offers it to you. Or three, we have programs such as temporary buy downs, known as 2-1 buy downs or 3-2-1 buy downs. Now these, again, are temporary. They're not the permanent solution of a lower rate, but what happens is you actually end up saving more in the short term than you would a permanent buy down in this kind of inflated market. So for example, for the same amount that you might pay to get a 1% permanent reduction on the interest rate from say a 7% to a 6%, you can now do a temporary 3-2-1 buy down. Now what happens is over a course of several years, the first year you get a 3% reduction on your interest rate. So now instead of a 7%, you get a 4% interest rate that first year. That alone is a massive savings. If you're talking about a $500,000 purchase, that could be hundreds of dollars every single month that you're saving in pocket. Next year, it's 2% lower. So now instead of 4%, the next year it's a 5%. Next year it becomes a 6%. And then finally, the next year it goes back to the original 7%. And it stays there.
Makes sense.
So now you have all this savings over all this time, and ideally, you might be able to refinance if the market shifts again before you get back to that 7%. So now you have all this savings.
Understood. So this is why it's so important that the team that you work with is on your side and is able to hold your hand through the entire process. It really helps to have people in your corner that are able to guide you through the process from start to finish, as well as help you craft deals that are more appealing to sellers, especially when there's such high competition in this market. If you have any questions about anything, you want more details about how this works, or if you're interested in finding out how much you can afford, please feel free to call myself or Alen Baharyan from Cross Country Mortgage. Anytime, we are here for you to make sure that you know exactly what to do and how to navigate through this process. And most importantly, get the deal that's best for you.